to Sunday Night Satsang with myself, John Homewood, and
myself, Michelle McLean.
Michelle. Hi. The question is, are you creating your reality? And if so, what reality are you creating? What sort of future for yourselves and your loved ones and the world around you? What are you creating? That's something we're going to be looking at tonight, because it's a very important power to regain from the world outside of us, is the power to create what we want rather than what we don't want. So welcome. Please, if you can, type up in the comments box who you are, where you're watching from. We love knowing who we're talking to. And also, if you have any questions or comments while we are in Satsang tonight, please add them to the comments section. Thank you. And also, we love getting the hearts. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you can, please subscribe to our channel and share, press the like and share button if you're on Facebook. And we love hearing from you. So please do contact us. And also, you're welcome to join our WhatsApp group, which is the link is available on our website, which is journeysofawakening.com. Thank you.
So we see some of you are joining us here. We have some interesting astrology this week, so I'll give you a heads up on that.
I think we're in interesting times at the moment, hey?
We are.
The old Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times. Well, I think we're right in the middle of that right now. Yeah. We're going through that.
Hi,
so that's all interesting.
Thank you for joining us. Let us know if you have joined us, who's joined us, because we can't see you.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know that we've got some people.
Some company, yes. Thank you.
We've got company here. We've got a
live audience.
Anne. She's joining us, so we just have got some company.
And we've got Anne's friend online
yes,
here.
Hartmut and Mariki.
From Somerset West, and Diane Thomas.
Hi, Diane from KZN.
Yes, hi.
Awesome.
Hi.
Lovely to see you.
All right, so welcome. So Michelle's we're going to start with an opening centering meditation, and then Michelle's going to share some insights into some very interesting astrology at the moment. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the subject for tonight. And then we'll close with one of your beautiful meditations.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you might like to just settle down, just see that you are comfortable, that you have enough cushions, and that you've made this time a sacred moment in your day and your weekend. I'm sure a lot of you have had maybe a relaxing time today, but right now, if we can just bring ourselves fully into this present moment, into the here and now. And the way we do that is possibly, you might like to close your eyes, you don't have to do that, but gently closing your eyes and just bring your awareness from all other times and all other places, just gently into reality, while the mind tries to convince us that yesterday and tomorrow are real. They're not. Yesterday is just a memory and tomorrow is just an anticipation. But what is real is the present moment, here and now. So gently close your eyes and enter your physical body fully with your attention and your awareness. So gently drop your awareness down from your head into your physical body. And there are a few tools that we use to help you with that. And the one tool is becoming aware of where you're physically sitting at the moment. Possibly you can feel the chair that you're sitting on, or the bed, or the floor. Just feel the sensation. What does it feel like to connect with that which is supporting your body right now? Feel the backrest supporting your back. And feel where your feet are resting. And possibly they're on the floor. And possibly your hands are resting on your lap in a relaxed pose. And with every in-breath, bring your awareness deeper into your physical body. With every out-breath, sink down deeper into the present moment. Just becoming aware of everything your body can sense in this moment. Maybe can be aware of the temperature of the room on your cheeks, Where we are right now, it's winter, and we have quite a cool evening, and we've got a beautiful log fire going, so we can feel the warmth from the fire on our cheeks. Just become aware of what you can feel on your skin. Become aware of what you can hear. What's physically coming into your eardrums right now? We can hear the crackling of the fire. What can you hear? And now, while it's interesting to label the sounds we can hear, for one moment just step back into the part of yourself that's aware, without any labeling of what you can hear. Just become the awareness, the space that is aware of everything you can hear in this moment and everything you can physically feel with your body. Even any internal discomfort or pain within your body, just drop the label and just become aware of the direct sensations coming into your awareness right now through the vehicle of the physical body. And take a very deep breath in. And a very long, slow, releasing, relaxing out breath. Let's try that again. Breathe into the count of 4, deep breath in. And as you surrender the breath back to life, do so on the count of 6. Let's try that again. Breathing into the count of 4. And releasing the breath to the count of 6. Breathing into the count of 4. And this time releasing to the count of 8. So we're totally surrendering the breath. Let it all go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And as you breathe out, just relax your shoulders, your neck muscles. Release any stress lines on your forehead. Any tightness around your eyes or your cheek or your jaw, just relax. Now let's hand the breath back over to life, that intelligence within the body that knows how to breathe you, that knows how to beat your heart, that knows how to digest food, how to allow you to see and hear and walk. We just hand over the breath to that intelligence which we call life. Keep your attention and your awareness on the breath and on the body. Just become aware of the mind's propensity to drag you into time. Being aware of the breath and the sensations in the body here and now is a timeless place of presence. And use the breath and the body's sensations to continually bring you back from the mind, from time, into presence. And there are many reasons for doing this. The most obvious reason is when we're in presence, we become far more peaceful. We connect directly with life in this moment, and life is always providing us with exactly what we need in this moment. Right here, right now. And so we can surrender the mind for a moment to life in this moment, here and now, knowing that in this moment, here and now, all our needs are met. And another reason for doing this is because when we become present, when we become aligned with the sensations in the body, when we flood our body with our awareness, the body goes from the fight or flight mode, the stress response, into the relaxation mode. And when the body is in the relaxation mode, the body's functions become aligned with the repairing, the regeneration of the body, and we start to physically heal the body. So dropping your awareness deeper into the body, into the timeless place of just pure awareness here and now, We facilitate healing in the body. And a third reason for doing that, if we can contemplate tonight, is that when we become present, aligned with the physical body in the here and now, any sensations coming in through the physical body we're aware of, any sounds coming in we're aware of without necessarily trying to judge them or label them, we're just aware. When we do that, we are in alignment with the incredible depth and intelligence of life, and we open a portal into intuitive awareness, where information and answers just appear out of nowhere. They do not come from a thought in time. They just appear in the space that we have created, the space of aligning with presence, with life. So in this we become more intelligent, we become calmer, we become more healthy. Take another very deep breath in, and surrender the breath once more, and just sink down into this beautiful place of connecting with life in this moment, just as it is in the here and now, accepting, allowing, and above all appreciating this unique moment here and now. Giving thanks for this gathering tonight, for being part of the awakening tribe. And we give a special blessing because we are aware of the rain that's falling on the beautiful nourished sanctuary where we are positioned this evening. We give thanks for the rain and the abundance of water. Thank you is the most powerful prayer we can ever say. Thank you. Take another beautiful, soft, deep in-breath, filling your lungs, taking the air right down to your toes and right up to the top of your head, so you're filling your body like a big ball, big balloon. And then a long, lovely sigh out. Relax, relax, relax. Sigh it all out. And gently, when you're ready, open your eyes and just see how you feel in this moment. You might like to type up in the comments box how you feel. Hopefully you feel a bit more centered, a bit more present, and a bit more peaceful.
It was lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. As you were doing the intro, it started raining. Gentle rain here. So it's beautiful.
And when you're on a farm, you appreciate the rain.
And it's raining a lot in Cape Town because the dates just said that it's
Oh, right.
raining.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we're getting a bit, but not a lot.
Yeah, we haven't had a huge
Not
amount of
yet.
rain. No.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so hopefully our signal will be okay. I'm going forward a bit. Oops. Because the rain is sending the signal a little bit.
Yeah, it's reflecting the
haywire.
signal, yeah.
So if for any reason we disappear, just stay on our page and hopefully we'll be back. Hopefully we won't, but just in case.
Hopefully we won't disappear.
No, hopefully we won't disappear.
But we will be back.
Into the ethers. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking something.
All right.
Right, so we're going to be talking about creating our reality.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about our thoughts and what we say and how that actually affects our reality. But just a brief intro in terms of the astrology, because obviously that's my go-to place when I'm looking at the energies. We have a very major, what happens in astrology is when an outer planet that travels very slowly changes signs, there's generally we can feel it. So we don't know that, but we can feel it energetically. So the planet Uranus, or Uranus, you can say it in any way you want, is a planet of change, unpredictable happenings, awakening, freedom, anything out the box, alternative, new ideas, new perspectives. So it's the planet that rules all that. It's the energy of it is quite electric, and that is moving as we speak, today and tomorrow. So it's moving fully into a new sign, which is Gemini, tomorrow. And Gemini rules, or is associated with our thoughts, with our communication, with how we disseminate information, with what in fact our thoughts are. It's very connected with that. So it's going to be very interesting, because this only happens once every 84 years. So those of us that are watching this, unless you over 84, you've never experienced it before. If you are 84, then it's what we call your Uranus return. But it's a big deal, because it has a very big effect on communications. And if you go back in history, back in the 1600s, I think it is, the printing press was discovered and invented. Now that changed everything, because up until then you would write down something and that would be it. The only person who would see it were people that were actually right next to you, and that then freed up information in a huge way. And if you go back in history, that's happened along the way. So now we find ourselves in the time of AI and the digital world. Uranus actually rules the digital world. So just this is another insight into where we are in terms of communication, how we're absorbing knowledge and information, and how we're actually disseminating it. So, but then it also feeds into, where are we getting our information from? Are we getting everything from outside, or are we actually still able to find our own guidance inside and get downloads of truth? So I think this is it's a big theme. It's something we're going to be feeling into for a long time, but we might be feeling it right now. And it can be felt as a sort of almost like a shocking change for some people, particularly if your chart is being affected by it. But it doesn't have to be shocking. It can actually be quite liberating. So this could be where we actually liberate ourselves from information that we've been fed. What we've been told is the truth. This can be actually liberation from that as well, which is quite exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's quite interesting. We were talking earlier, we were just looking at a Facebook post about something, and we won't mention the V word on Facebook, but they were talking about the chickens. And you know, when you read the comments, you realize how many people are awake now. And so there is a huge opening and an awakening among consciousness. But it's to be aware that every thought we think, every feeling we feel, every word we speak, and every action we take is an act of creation. And the most important action, most important energy that we can put out into the field of creation is obviously in alignment with life. And life is, in fact, an emanation of the frequency that we would call love. So everything that's in alignment with love, which in life is connected to the field in a way that fear disconnects us, life connects us, and as such it has a far greater impulse into the creative field than that of separation. So our focus now is to withdraw our mind from the media that is infecting a lot of fear into the consciousness of humans as much as it can, to control and to manipulate, and to step into our own true power. And that is the power of love, the power of connection, the power of community, the power of compassion and empathy and care. That's our true power. Now the question is, where are you sending your power? Into which universe, which future reality are you investing your energy on a day-to-day basis? You can take a single atom and split it and create what we know of as the atom bomb. It's huge. And if you think of how many atoms each one of our bodies contain, and the way we focus that energy is with the thoughts we think, the feelings we feel, the emotions that we have, and obviously the actions that we take as a result of those thoughts and those feelings. And to take back our power from the past, to take back our power from the future, and become aligned with life, which is always present. That's our true power, and the true intelligence, and the true creative energy to create a new world from.
Yeah, so it's a very good time to see and to ask ourselves at any moment during our day or during our night, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't go to sleep, where you've got...
Right, so I'm not too sure where we dropped out there. I'm not too sure where we dropped out, but what we were saying is just pointing out the absolute truth of life is that your point of power is always in the present moment. You can choose a thought in the present moment. You can choose a feeling in the present moment. You can choose an action in the present moment. But every time we move away from the present moment, we're giving up our power to choose. So it's really important, and what Michelle was saying earlier is that if you were given 100 circuits of energy in the morning, how much of that energy is spent creating your own life the way you want it, and how much of it is spent creating the life that maybe the media or your education or your upbringing or the society around you wants you to create. Because every word, every thought, every emotion is an act of creation. Now, we've been programmed to believe the world is a physical thing, that we are physical. And what we found over 100 years ago is that the most solid thing that we have is mind, energy. And that it is, in fact, the field of energy out of which form is created. It's more fundamental, more powerful. And we feed that form of energy with every thought. Every thought is an act of creation. It's an energy. And more powerful than thought is feeling, the emotions we hold. So are we holding emotions of regret or anger or resentment or fear or anxiety or depression? They're all acts of extreme creation into the field. Yeah. And if we start to realize that our physical world is made up out of the field of energy, and that every thought and every feeling we have is a brick in the creation of our future experiences. And we start taking full ownership of those bricks that we're laying down now, which we're going to experience, obviously, as time rolls on into the future. And the other part of that is, if you really ask yourself, what life do you want to experience? Would you like to experience a life of peace and joy and creative expression? Then create those thoughts and those feelings that are in alignment with that.
And also, it's what we speak. It's the words that come out of our mouth, because those are frequency too. So every time we say the same thing, like I'm depressed, or I'm not well, or I'm tired, or I'm sick and tired, or the world's going to hell in a handbasket, or whatever we're saying, we've just got to know that we are creating that on a frequency, on a level of frequency, because that's the reality of things. We think that we are these solid beings, but we're not. We're actually frequency beings. So everything we say, everything we do, and we do have control of that. And a lot of people, I know when we say that to people, they say, but it's so hard. And if you really think about it, what's hard about it? It's not hard. The mind tells you that it's hard. That's the hard thing, is that you're listening to the mind. As soon as you realize that it's the mind telling you something that you shouldn't believe, you can actually bring yourself out of whatever it is. But it's when the mind runs away with a certain thought or a certain story, and you get fully immersed in it. So it's not saying you don't have thoughts, but it's when you're identifying yourself with those thoughts. When they become you, you become them. And then that's what your vibration is. So whatever is going on, that is what you're putting out. And that's what we're learning more. And I think with these very big energy alignments that we're experiencing, we are going to see this more and more and more and more, that we are frequency. We are vibration. We're not physical. This is a good illusion, but it's not the full picture. We're seeing a teeny tiny little part of our actual reality.
So I wanted to ask you, with your introduction with astrology, what are the major influences that people may be experiencing in their lives right now from that?
Well, it's not just that. So there's many things. I mean, there's always different energies moving around, and we're also heading for a full moon on the 10th. But one of the things that is happening now, I believe, and I feel, and I know with the planetary movements, is that very old conditioning is coming up for people, particularly at this point right now, connected with family, ancestry, home, security, what we feel is security, what constitutes security. That means financial security, it can mean material security, it can mean issues around the home. Where do I feel home? Where do I belong? Do I belong here? Do I belong there? That's complements of the sun being in Cancer and the planet Jupiter also moving into Cancer, which is the sign of the home. So that's going on a lot for people. So if things are coming up for you in that regard, it's so that we can see it. We can see it and we can heal where we need to heal, because there is a shift in consciousness. And I think people are getting tired of hearing that, because they're going, well, where and what and why isn't it playing out in my life? Why am I not seeing it? But it's because we're actually kind of between worlds. It's almost, there's a split happening. So it's to be patient with ourselves as well, and kind and compassionate with whatever's going on with each other.
Yeah, it is a very real shift that we're going through at the moment. I know you won't see it on the mainstream news, but there's a massive transformation taking place in human consciousness. I sent out a newsletter, a monthly newsletter today, and if you didn't receive it and you would like to receive it, please just send us a note and we will catch up with you and just send it to you. We do have a WhatsApp group as well, which you can join on our Journeys of Awakening website. But the fundamental shift is from the perception that I am a somethingness living in a somethingness world. So just take you back a little bit to when you were first born. You started to have awareness of the world around you. And as you grew and developed, you had a sense of that there was a you and there was another. And initially you might say, in my case I might have said, John is thirsty. And then your parents might say to you, but you are John, you can say I am thirsty. So initially there was a sense of awareness, and there was something which you weren't really, which is a person called, in my case, John, and that John, that personality, that body, was thirsty. I wasn't thirsty, it was this form that was thirsty. And then very quickly we started to identify completely with the form. It became, I am thirsty, or I am sad, or I am hungry, or I am cold. And we lost ourselves in the form. So we came from the formless, and we started occupying the form, and then we lost our awareness of who and what we really are, the formless having an experience in form. And that has been the downfall, or the fall from grace, they call it. The fall in identity, from the formless into the form. And the awakening process, the spiraling out of that illusion, is what we're going through at the moment. So it's actually a stepping back from the attachment and the identification with the world of form. And to realize that I am the creator of the form. The awareness, not the ego, not the personality, but the awareness is the creator. First of all, the awareness is the full creator of how you're experiencing what you're experiencing. Your experience is your unique creation. And then from that we learn from quantum physics the power of the thoughts that we create, the feelings that we hold on to. That's physically creating, it's the platform for which a future reality, a physical reality, is unfolding from. And because this is such a pivotal point in the transformation of human consciousness, we have to decide which world we want to create. Do we want to continue to create from the world of fear? False evidence appearing real? I am what I do, I am what I have, I am what other people think of me. I am separate from life. To love, which is I am one with life. I am life. I am presence. And life is a sense of oneness in our awareness. So when I create what's good for everyone, not just for the ego or my body, but what's good for all of creation. And that's the fundamental shift, a very subtle shift, but a very profound shift. And as we move along a new path, we will start to experience the world in a very, very different way compared to the old world of separation. We can call it the old world we talked about 2 weeks ago, the old world of war, of conflict and separation. And whatever the problem is that you're experiencing, I have to guarantee you the answer is always love. To come back to a sense of connection with life in this moment. Whatever the problem, love is the answer. Love is the solution.
Particularly, I think, when we're actually looking for home and looking for belonging and looking for that place where we feel safe. And very often that's not to be found in the physical world. We think it will be there, but we get to that place that we thought would make us feel that, and we realize that, if I'm not feeling it internally in the formless dimension, I'm not going to feel it anywhere I go. So that's the theme that we're working with in our inner space community. We're working with the theme of sacred nurturing. What is nurturing? And when we're looking at home, belonging, nurturing, and what that means. So it's actually, again, it's coming back, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's taking us, because a lot of our worries and a lot of our fears and anxieties and regrets are about the physical. We worry about our physicality, which is normal because we're human. We're having a human experience. But we worry about this physicality. And I think the more we realize that we are non-physical, actually, at our core, the less that is such a concern. Because we are actually infinite and indestructible.
Yeah,
as spirit.
It's quite easy to see. And if you think of yourself as a very young child, and you had an awareness of who you were, that awareness is still here today. It hasn't aged. Your awareness hasn't aged at all. I remember my mother telling me years ago, as she was getting old, and she was very aware of how she looked, and she had always been very, let's put it this way, she valued how she looked. It was a great sense of identity. And she said, I've never aged on the inside. I'm always the same age on the inside. She said, I get quite a shock when I look in the mirror. And I think we all do as we get older. But it's to realize that the awareness that's looking through your eyes has never aged. And so as we step back, and what you said, it's a coming back always into alignment with that awareness of who you are. Form ages. Form is born and form dies. Who you are cannot be born and cannot die because it's the formless. Only that which is going to die can be born, and only that which is dying can be born. So there's a cycle of form. But the formless never dies. The formless is always here. And that is who and what we are. And this awakening process is a stepping back into the realization of that. That's what self-realization is. To realize that we are the formless, having a very tactile experience of the world of form, but that we are the formless inside the form. And that liberates us, as you were saying earlier, liberates us from fear. And one of the most liberating acts we can do is stop investing our awareness and our intention so much in time. You can use time, but don't let time use you. Live very much more in the present moment, because that's a state of freedom. That's when we are free to choose our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions. As I was saying earlier, we are liberated from time, and that is self-realization. We are the timeless essence of being. That's who and what we are, having the experience of time, mind, and the physical form. But now is the time to awaken from that dream of form.
Yeah, as Isabel says there, we are multidimensional, infinite beings. That's the truth.
That is it. Not
That's
as
the
a
truth.
concept, not as a concept, but as a direct
No, it's the
realization in this moment. Yes, I am aware, and my awareness has never aged. Coming through the mind. The mind has aged. The mind is a tool that awareness uses to navigate this reality. And the mind and the brain, yeah, they do age. They do have experiences.
They have an expiry date too.
And yeah, but the awareness that's actually transmitting through that, like the electricity that's going through the kettle, doesn't age. The kettle may age, but the electricity doesn't in that
But it
in that
can't.
analogy.
Energy cannot die.
No. It just gets transformed.
And we are energetic.
And we are energy
Cannot die.
energy beings.
So it's a shift in perception and perspective of who we actually are.
Yeah.
And that changes our reality.
Yeah.
It does. And who we think we are on a daily basis changes our reality. Because if we think we can't, we can't.
Yeah.
And if we think we're not worthy, we're not. And if we think we're unlovable, we're not. And if we think we are lovable, we are. If we think we're abundant, we are abundant. Doesn't matter how many dollars we've got in the bank. We are abundant because we are abundantly blessed in every moment. So it's how we actually see the world. That's the lens. The lens through which we see the world is what we're putting out as a frequency. So if I see the world from a warring perspective, and I see everybody is out to get me, then that's my reality. It's quite obvious, really. It's quite simple, but we forget that because we actually think it's from outside in, but it's not. It's the war that we're creating. So it's the realization of that. It's seeing it, and then you can make a different choice in the moment. As you start to go into that story of whatever that is, you can bring yourself back from the story and say, it's a story, it's okay, I can have the story and I can follow the story if I like or not, if it's not serving me. If this is the same story that I've been playing for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 80 years, and this is the time to change it, I can change it right now. Because so many people say, well, I'm working on it, and I've still got a lot of work to do. And that's a mind concept, that we've got lots of work to do, so I can only do that in the future. You can't do it in the future. There is no such thing as the future. You can only do it now. You can only make that choice now. So there's nothing difficult about it.
And every thought and every feeling is an act of creation again. The time to create is now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, but right now. Bring your power out of tomorrow, out of the past, and to recognize that time is a construct of the mind, and your point of power lies beyond time, in the present moment. So it's constantly during your day of doingness, to constantly come back to your beingness, and it only takes one breath taken with full awareness to come back to consciousness, to come back to your point of power, which is always in the here and now. And you spoke earlier about a community. Those of you who are new, maybe you don't know, we have an online community called Inner Space, and we meet up twice a month, and we have quite a few exercises to help with this awakening process. We also have community support for those people who are going through challenges with this awakening process. And we meet up the first time for this month on Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday. Sacred Nurturing.
Sacred Nurturing. And also, those of you who wish to deepen your spiritual awakening, we have a couple of retreats coming up. The combined retreat we have in September. It's a spring retreat in our most favorite place to do retreats, and that's Hogsback. 2 hours up from East London Airport in the Amatola Mountains, the most beautiful place that I've ever been to. Very, very sacred, very powerful portal for transformation. And that is from the 19th to the 23rd of September. And then before that, that's the end of next month, having a men's retreat, because I don't think there's enough focus on men. There's too much focus on women in the world. So I'm having a men's retreat up here in the garden route towards the end of August. But the details are on our website, journeysofawakening.com. So if you are a man and you're looking for some deeper guidance in your awakening process, then do have a look at our website. And if you would like to join our combined retreat, well, that's all the details are up on our website. So, but you're welcome to join Inner Space this month. You can join Inner Space. You can join monthly or yearly. If you join for a year, you get two months free. But you're welcome. All the details are on our website, and we'd love to see you on Tuesday evening. It's very important to come back to this month theme, which is nurturing. Coming back to nurture your true essence. Not your ego necessarily or your personality, but your true essence, to nurture that. Because your point of power comes from knowing who and what you are. You are presence.
I think just one last thing is, when we go into the past or the future, or we go into the concern and the worry, it's just to realize that what part of me has actually gone there? Which part of me is anxious? Is it the formless dimension of being, the multidimensional infinite self, or is it the human self, the finite self? And when we can ask that question, you can come back into your true alignment with your true infinite self. And then you're not as attached and identified with the worry. The worry might be there, like a radio in the outside your awareness, but you're not it. You're the awareness of it. And that's the perspective change, that you're not it. You're not the worry, you're not the anxiety, you're not the concern, you're not the sadness. You're feeling it, you're experiencing it, but it's not who you are. You're the one who sees it. So yes.
The one exercise that, have you got the cards?
Over there.
Cards are. The one exercise which many people have found very helpful is the steering wheel exercise, and it's available on our YouTube channel. And it's a case of realizing that your point of power is always here, and when your mind drifts into the past or the future, you can put your hands on the steering wheel of your attention and steer yourself back. And that exercise has changed the lives of many people. But just visualizing that you have a steering wheel and you can pull it back to centeredness. And so if you just look up John Homewood steering wheel, you'll get to the YouTube clip. And it really is very helpful as a practical tool, moment to moment, to use that in your life, to shift your life from time back to presence.
Yeah, and just a reminder there, Adette's just put up there, Adette van Rensburg did an interview with me a little while ago, and she's put the link there to the interview, which was really a really lovely chat with Adette. So if you want to watch that, that's also good. And I'll be putting that onto my YouTube channel in about a week or so. So
yeah, so that's the link. I'll put the link into the YouTube as well. It's on our comment section at the moment.
Yeah.
So we're going to choose a card. We've got a whole range of cards here to show the camera cards. So we've got a whole big fat pack of cards. You want me to choose? I'm going to choose a yellow one tonight. Okay, that's quite nice. Yes.
Okay.
This card is very much about making a very important choice in your life. So Michelle's going to lead us out with a meditation, and during the meditation you're going to share what's on that card. So affirmations are very powerful ways of reprogramming the mind, of changing the neurological nets in our brain, and allowing us to open up to a new reality. So this affirmation will definitely help us with that, won't it? And it's a yellow card. I don't know why I chose it, but yellow is your solar plexus, your power, your point of power. You're going to lead us out
just a
with
short
that.
meditation to take us out, yes.
Yeah.
Lean forward a bit. So let's just settle in again. If you're not settled in already, make yourself even more comfortable. Take a deep breath in. And a long, slow, beautiful breath out. Now breathe into the count of 4. Hold for a moment, and then breathe out to the count of 6. Let all the breath out. On the next out breath, blow the air out through your mouth as if you're blowing through a straw. Breathing in and then blowing it all out. Let's do that again. Breathing in. And breathing all out all the tension, all the pressure, all the tightness, all the resistance. Just letting it all go, just for this moment. And allowing yourself to drop slowly into this moment. Just this. Everything else can wait. Imagine that this is the only moment that there is. Listening to the sounds that you can hear in the room that you're in. Full focus on the sounds. And then you might extend your hearing to outside the room. Full awareness to just what you can hear. And now bring attention to your eyeballs. Whatever you can see with your eyes closed or open in this moment. Focus on your body, feeling into the different parts of your body that are touching the surface that you're sitting or lying on. Noticing any areas of tension or pain or discomfort. And just sending your gentle, loving presence and breath into those places. Allowing yourself to relax even more deeply into this present moment. Let's bring in some beautiful healing light. Very gentle, nurturing, pearly white light. Imagine that coming in through the top of your head. And imagine that swirling around very gently, softening your face, relaxing the muscles around your jaw, softening the eyes, the ears, the whole scalp, softening it. Bringing that beautiful nurturing light down through your neck, relaxing the neck, maybe moving around a little bit. Down into the shoulders, dropping the shoulders, opening them up so your heart is open. Bringing that light down now, all the way down into your organs, into your tissues, into your blood, your bones, down your spine, down into your pelvic area, into your legs, swirling around your knees, into your shins and ankles, into your feet, into your toes, down into the earth. It's beautiful Mother Earth that supports us and nourishes us and keeps us alive. And now just bringing up from Mother Earth, bringing up that fullness, that sense of belonging and nurturing. Bringing that up as an energy, all the way up your body. Filling up your body as it moves up. feeling fully home, fully connected in this moment. Our affirmation for this evening is: my life is unfolding perfectly for my highest good. I choose love. I'll repeat that one. My life is unfolding perfectly for my highest good. I choose love. You could use the words: I choose acceptance, I choose allowing, and I choose appreciation. Just feel what those words do to your energy, to your body. Acceptance, allowing, and appreciating. Bringing your focus up to your heart. Breathing right into your heart as if you could expand it like you could expand a lung. Opening your heart so that the radiant being that you are shines forth from that heart. Giving thanks for this beautiful group that is gathered tonight. If you're watching it tomorrow, or whenever you watch this. Thank you for contributing your light. My life is unfolding perfectly for my highest good. I choose love. Now reconnect with your breath. Taking a deep breath in. And a beautiful breath out. And when you're ready, if you like, you can open your eyes.
It was lovely, wasn't it beautiful? Let us know in the comment section how you feel. I'll post a copy of this affirmation up on the Facebook page, and I would suggest that you use it for the week ahead, for the couple of weeks ahead until we meet again, just to rewire the brain and to bring you into a different reality. Our world is the one that we create in our awareness. Let's create a beautiful one, a connected one, a one that's bathed in love. Thank you all for being with us tonight, and we look forward to catching up with you in 2 weeks' time. Those of you on the Inner Space group, we'll see you on Tuesday.
Thanks,
Lots
everyone.
of love.
All right.
Thank you.